Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Big Dog in the room, and this is Big Dog Still Gaming. Sorry I had to step away for a bit. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. I had to take a step back and reflect on the past 6 months and take care of a laundry list of personal and professional issues. Anyways, I'm back now and looking to hit my stride again, bring you guys the latest in gaming news, and hopefully those topics that you find interesting and important. With that said, I thought it would be great to kick off the year with an update on Microsoft's Activision and Blizzard acquisition. You guys remember, the $69 billion deal has been under review by a number of regulatory bodies around the world. Microsoft's competitor, Sony, has weighed in on this topic on numerous occasions, calling the deal anti-competitive, citing specifically the acquisition of the Call of Duty franchise as part of the deal. Sony contends that Microsoft will make future COD games exclusive to Xbox, which will in turn influence buyers' choice of console. It's hard to believe that at one time I believed this deal would be done by now. This all started in January 2022 when Microsoft initially announced the deal. Now I doubt this will be done until the second half of this year, at the earliest. Things just seem to keep getting uglier. In the last couple of weeks, a lawsuit was filed in California by a group of 10 quote-unquote gamers. The lawsuit states that if the merger should go ahead, it will have catastrophic implications for the gaming industry. In one line, it states that Microsoft will have the power to foreclose rivals, limit output, reduce consumer choice, raise prices, and further inhibit competition. It's the kind of thing that just blows my mind. Makes me seriously question the motives of some people. At face value, their concerns seem legitimate. With just a little bit of scrutiny, their argument falls apart. I mean, who exactly are these so-called competitors? And could they be foreclosed on? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the only competitor I'm aware of is Sony, who by the way has a much larger piece of the pie than Microsoft at this point. Nintendo pretty much operates in its own lane with handheld consoles and is noticeably silent on this issue. Are they truly suggesting Sony and Nintendo could be foreclosed on? Both companies outsold Microsoft in consoles in 2022. Lose Call of Duty and PlayStation goes under? Really? I also question just how legitimate the argument is that Call of Duty will be made an Xbox exclusive. Not that I would put it past them, but would a move like that make sense economically? Video games are made to be sold. Wouldn't making them exclusive limit the market of buyers? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 crossed $1 billion in sales and outsold Elden Ring for the year, even though it wasn't released till late October. I don't know exactly how many games that is, but you can bet it was a lot. And how many of them were sold on PS5? PS5s outsold the Xbox Series X and S again in 2022, even with the global shortage for most of the year. My guess is maybe half was sold on PS5. But let's say it was 33% across the board. Modern Warfare 2 sold 33% on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Does it make sense that Microsoft will give away 33% of its sales in the hopes of boosting console sales? It will have to increase the cost of future games by 50% at a minimum to avoid losing money. Could you imagine paying $105 for the base game and nothing more? It's unheard of. Anyways, I don't think the California case is meant for anything more than headlines. 10 gamers in California can afford to fight it out in the courts with Microsoft? Highly unlikely. The lawsuit from the FTC is the one that really matters. In about the same time span as the California lawsuit, the FTC has filed an antitrust suit against the corporation, stating that with control of Activision's content, Microsoft will have the ability and increased incentive to withhold or degrade Activision's content in ways that substantially lessen competition, including competition on product quality, price, and innovation. This loss of competition will likely result in significant harm to consumers in multiple markets at a pivotal time for the industry. The FTC also stated that Microsoft has a record of buying games and using the moves to suppress competition from other companies that make consoles, which again would be the PS5 and Atari, right? They pointed out the 2021 ZeniMax deal, which brought Bethesda games under Microsoft's umbrella. Microsoft did announce that some new Bethesda games would be exclusive to Xbox and PC at that time, though this hasn't actually happened yet, and no games have actually been announced. It would seem Microsoft has no choice but to take off the gloves now, maybe at least one. Last week they released a statement called the FTC's lawsuit unconstitutional, citing issues with the FTC's approach to assessing the acquisition and their denial of due process. Microsoft did admit that there are in fact 3 games from the ZeniMax deal that will be Xbox and PC exclusives in the future. They also pointed out that immediately after the deal went through, that 2 new games were made PlayStation exclusive, namely Ghostwire and Deathloop. It seems the more Microsoft is pressed, the more information they seem to divulge. They've already pointed out the many PlayStation exclusive franchises that exist currently, like The Last of Us and God of War, the many studio acquisitions that Sony has aggressively pursued and attained over the years, and even some business practices that some might consider to be distasteful, to say the least, like entering into agreements with studios to block certain games from being made available on Xbox's Game Pass and other subscription services. As I've stated previously in other videos, the possibility of certain titles becoming exclusive to a particular console is a real issue for everyone involved. I just don't see this as being anti-competitive, especially when this form of competition is the norm of the industry. Now let's not forget, we are talking about an industry that only consists of a few companies anyways. And when you exclude a company like Nintendo, which focuses on handhelds, and Tencent, which only exists in China and monopolizes that market, it's really just competition between Sony and Microsoft. Does anybody want to pick a winner? I don't, because that is when everyone's fears will actually be realized, not by some acquisition, no matter how big it is. And I base this statement on the current environment. There just isn't another deal to be done on the same magnitude as the Activision Blizzard deal. And as Microsoft has already pointed out, even after it is done, Sony will still be the biggest company in the industry. The only thing that I could really see out there that would really give me pause is if Microsoft or Sony were to buy Epic Games and obtain the rights to the Unreal Engine 5. That to me is the only thing out there that could really tip the scales one way or another. Thankfully, Epic Games has shown the propensity to making sure UE5 is available to everyone. I mean, developers everywhere. I mean, you could literally become a developer at home if you decided to learn UE5. You can download the software for free. It's really that easy. So I really don't see that being an issue. Other than that, there's really nothing. Let's just hope that airing out each other's dirty laundry and these long drawn out legal proceedings force these companies to work together more in the future. So that's all I have for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, found the content informative as well as entertaining. Once again, I am the big dog in the room, and this is Big Dog Still Game. See you guys on the next one.